We've arrived at part 4 of the FM18 youth development experiment, and arguably the key years of these two players' career. They're going to be at their prime, they're going to be ready to put in the possibly best performances of their career. At the moment, Vegeta is just running away with the accolades at Man United, but will Goku get the big club move? Or will he be always under the thumb of PSG in Monaco? Let's crack on with episode 4 of the FM18 Youth Development Experiment. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 4 of the FM18 Youth Development Experiment. Low class versus elite. We're in season 10 now, it's May 2027, let's have a look and see how our two players got on. So we look at the initial stats, and it looks like Goku's had the better average rating than Prince Vegeta, but he looks to be still at Monaco, so he hasn't made the move yet. Although, if we look at the wanted, he is wanted by a host of the world's best clubs. Even like with Man United, so they might even be at the same club next season if he does move on. But we'll have a look at Goku first. 25 years old, 24 caps, 10 goals, a lot more greens now in his sort of technical, mental and physical attributes. As far as appearances, 53 appearances, 2 off the bench and 40 goals for the season for Goku, which is a phenomenal amount of goals, 29 of them in the league. But did Monaco win anything this season? So if we go for the senior competitions, so they finished second to PSG. So PSG are just running rampant in the French league. They didn't win the Champions League, knocked out by Liverpool. They got knocked out by PSG in the French Cup. They got knocked out in the semi-finals by Marseille, who later won the Coupe de la Ligue, which I think is like the FA Cup of France. But they did win the Super Cup. So the Trophée des Champions, they did win the Super Cup. So Goku does have a trophy in his cabinet this season, and if we pull him up on the screen here, let's see if he won any individual honours that he can add to his trophy cabinet. So he was the Supporters Player of the Year for Monaco, not really an achievement we can class, so it has to be like a league achievement, but nothing that I can see. So he was shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year. Did he win Footballer of the Year? No, he didn't even come in the top 3. So, which also means Vegeta didn't win that either. But he was shortlisted, so they're recognising him as an elite striker of the game. But nothing really else to write home about, I'm afraid. So no other awards for Goku. So, but he does add a Super Cup to his resume. So this is now his 4th complete season in Monaco. Is it time for him to move on? When does his contract expire? It expires in 2028, so next season. He's only got a year left on his contract. So this is probably why a lot of teams are sniffing around to see if they can get him in on the cheap. But we'll have a look at Prince Vegeta. As we know, he's also got amazing stats. 350 grand a week, 53 caps for Spain, 55 goals. That is better than a 1-in-1 goal to game ratio. He scored 20 goals in the league, 7 in the Champions League, 30 goals overall for the season in 52 games. We have a look at the career stats, which we haven't looked for Goku yet, but you can have a look later on. So 7.85, so slightly declining. You know, it's his worst season on record for Man United, and I say that very loosely, because he still scored 20 goals in the league, 3 assists, and 10 player of the matches. So Vegeta, another amazing season. So we'll have a look at Man United. Let's see if they won anything this season. So we go to competitions, senior squad. So, they didn't win the league. They came second in the league. Chelsea won it. They got knocked out by Man City in the Champions League. Knocked out by Man City in the FA Cup. Knocked out by Man City in the Carabao Cup. And they didn't win in the Community Shield either. So Man City had knocked Man United out of every trophy this season. So if you're a Man United fan, it's just not very good reading, I'm afraid. But they didn't win the league. They did finish higher than Man City in the league, though. So Chelsea won the league. But Man United didn't win any trophies this season. But did Vegeta win any personal honours himself to add to his trophy cabinet? So we'll have a look here. So we want to be looking for the 26-27 season. So we need to be around about here. So yeah, here we are. So he's named best player in Europe. I'm pretty sure I counted that already. But runners up in the Community Shield, bunch of Team of the Weeks. So he scored after 11 seconds against Switzerland. Shortlisted for Football of the Year, but we know he didn't win that because Goku was also shortlisted as well. He was top goal scorer in the Premier League, so that is definitely an achievement. And he was named 2027 English Premier Division Team of the Year. So apart from top goal scorer, no other awards for Vegeta that we can put into his trophy cabinet. But that's definitely, you know, I wouldn't say decline, because he hasn't declined at all. He's still a brilliant player. But Man United haven't lived up to the expectations that they would normally have in their league. So the only thing we need to do now is to compare the two. And if we look, so we know the speed and the vision, Goku's pulled back. Attacking's now the same, but Vegeta's still got that edge. And I think it's now going to be a point where we can probably say that I don't think Goku's going to catch Vegeta when it comes to the stats. So I definitely think, as far as the experiment's concerned, that maybe it'd be better to stay at a better, you know, a club with better facilities rather than having first team football. But we'll evaluate that at the end of the experiment. But so Vegeta's obviously the better player. We go to attributes, and Goku now does have a few things that he's better, which we knew kind of before. Long throws, penalty taking, composure, a lot better leadership, vision, and Vegeta pretty much crushes him on everything else. But Goku over the season on average per 90 minutes has more goals, has more assists. Vegeta has everything else better, which is the better key passes, better pass completion, shots on target, pretty much everything else. But Goku had the better average rating for the two players. So as far as Season 10 goes, I'm going to give it to Goku. He scored the more goals. You know, he's definitely, you know, upped his game this season. Shortlisted for Player of the Year. Did he win top goal scorer in France, though? I didn't notice that. He did score 30 goals. So, did he win top goal scorer? He did win top goal scorer in France. So, it's interesting to see. I think maybe because the season hasn't finished yet, maybe. But I'd be definitely checking next season to see if he gets a top goal scorer in France, because that is an achievement for Goku. You know, he's finally broken into the league stats, which he didn't do before, because he didn't really appear in like the top goal scorer, top assists, really anything like that. So that's going to be it for the season, guys. So that's Season 10. So going into Season 11, will Goku still be at Monaco? He's got 1 year left on his contract. Will he stay or will he go? And will Vegeta have a better season with Man United? They didn't win anything. Man City obviously cleaned them out. Will they get some trophies? So we'll come back for Season 11. Welcome, my friends, to Season 11. We are in the year 2028. Let's see how our Saiyans got on. So Goku's gone to PSG. He's jumped sides. He's gone from Monaco to PSG. Let's have a look at him first, although Vegeta did have the better average rating. But Son Goku is now at PSG. Oh, I don't think the Monaco fans are going to like that too much. But 26 years old, 32 caps, 15 goals. We look at the season total, 46 games, 27 goals, 7 assists, 10 player of the matches. How much did he go for? £73 million. So that brings up his total transfer value to £129 million. So Goku's having a hell of a season. 5 in the Champions League, 20 in the league. But more importantly, did he win anything with PSG this season? Let's have a look. So as I thought from last season, he did win top goal scorer. Oh, he's runners-up though in the European International League. So Spain didn't win the European International League. But he won the Golden Shoe with Monaco, which I think is like the top goal scorer in like every country. So he's got that award to his name. He went then to PSG for 73 million, so that could rise to 84 million, which, to be honest, is a very good chance of that happening. So he won the Trophée des Champions, so that's the Super Cup in France. He was shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year. Oh, right, here we go. So he won World Golden Ball, Footballer of the Year, and World Footballer of the Year. So we'll go through each individual award. I don't think Prince Vegeta's won any one of those awards. So Goku is the World Golden Ball, 41 goals over the year. I think it's the one with the most goals, I think. It looks like it, but Vegeta came runner-up in the year 2025, but Goku in the year 2027 has won the World Golden Ball. A big award for Goku. And to add to that, Footballer of the Year, which again, Prince Vegeta's never won Footballer of the Year. I think he's come maybe runner-up. He came third in 2025, third in 2024, and then kind of wasn't really near it there. But Son Goku has won Footballer of the Year from the 1st of the 1st, 28th to the 30th of the 12th. So 2028 seems to be the year of Son Goku, or 2027 maybe, I don't know. And then World Footballer of the Year, Son Goku. And again, we can see Vegeta came runner-up a few times, but he's never won World Footballer of the Year. So well done to Goku. He's certainly had an amazing season with PSG. Foreign Player of the Year, a few Team of the Weeks. He won the league. League Ernie's won. So it looks like crossing the borders of France. Looks to have done the job. He's finally won the league with France. Won the FA Cup of the French variant of the FA Cup. The French Cup. And he came third in top goal scorer. So we'll have a look at PSG. What competition? Well, we know obviously what competition they won. So they won the league by about 5 points from Monaco. So they knocked out by Chelsea. So Bayern won the Champions League. They won the Trophée des Champions. They won the French Cup. But they lost the Coupe de la Ligue in the semi-finals to Bordeaux. So a fantastic season from Son Goku. Can Vegeta top the season? He's had a better average rating by 0.04. But 26... Oh, I didn't check. Son Goku. So 32 caps, 15 goals, basically. And the career stats, if we look at last season, we did look at last season's career stats. 7.99 last season for Goku, which probably helped him with the awards that he's won this year. So we'll have a look at Vegeta. So he's we know he's a brilliant player. But 56 appearances, 36 goals, 8 assists, 11 player of the matches, 62 caps, 66 goals. So he's now more than 1 goal a game for Spain for Prince Vegeta. Did he win anything? Let's have a look at the milestones. We'll look at career stats first. So 7.88. So he's done better than last season. So he's not quite his best, but because the best season he's ever had was that, well, we don't really class that 8.5. But 7.92. So he's very close to his best. But did he win anything this season? So we need to go from the runners-up. So this is where we left off with him. So obviously runners-up for Spain. Didn't win anything there. He broke the Spain record. So he's now broke the Spain record for most goals, gaining his 60th goal in a match against Algeria at the age of 26. So he is Spain's top goal scorer of all time, which 100% is an achievement for Prince Vegeta. But did he win any trophies? So he's shortlisted for Footballer of the Year, which we know Goku won. Let's have a look. We just keep scrolling down. Where were we? Here we go. So won the Carabao Cup. So he won the Carabao Cup with Man United. He was top goal scorer in the league. Runners-up in the FA Cup. He was forward of the season runner-up in the Champions League. Lost out to Josh Phillips of Spurs. There we go. And he was best player in Europe, runner-up to Kylian Mbappe. So he was runner-up to Mbappe for that award. So they didn't win much, Man United. We'll have a look at them as well. We'll have a look at their competitions. So they lost on goal difference to Chelsea. They had the exact same record. If they'd have scored 2 more goals, they would have been on an identical record to Chelsea. So they lost out on goal difference. So if Vegeta would have scored 2 more goals, it would have been a different story. Bayern won the Champions League. They lost the FA Cup final to Chelsea, and they won the Carabao Cup. So, he's had better seasons, has Prince Vegeta. But we'll do the comparison like we always do. We start with the overview. And, Goku's brought back the technical. And he's getting very close on the physical. So Goku is catching up. He is catching up Vegeta. I know I said in the last episode I didn't think he would. But it looks like he is. He is catching up. So a lot of the stats now aren't so much in Vegeta's favour. So obviously, have a good look at that, because obviously they will be different year on year. Obviously Vegeta has some stats, but then Goku has some other stats as well. So, they're kind of here or there, slightly different players. But we'll look at the stats per 90 minutes. Vegeta scored more per 90 minutes. Goku got more assists, more key passes. Vegeta had the better pass completion, better shots on target. Goku got the better tackles and tackle completion rate. But Vegeta did edge the average rating. So who am I going to give this season to? It's got to be Goku. It's got to be Goku. He won 3 massive individual awards, which Vegeta's never won. Won the league in France for the first time. Reaped in the trophies. So it's got to be Goku's. That's 2 seasons now in their prime that Goku's been arguably the better player. So we're going to go on to season 12, the last season of this episode. 2029, so will be more than 10 years in the future. Let's see how they get on in the last season of this episode. It's season 12, 2029, and let's have a look at our 2 Saiyans and see how they got on for the season 12 of the experiment. So Son Goku got the better average rating, 7.83, compared to a 7.77 of Prince Vegeta. So we'll have a look at Son Goku first. 27 years old now, so in their prime years in football in general. Overall, 51 games, 30 goals, 11 assists, 15 player of the matches. Looking at the career stats, a 7.90 rating, his best so far for PSG. His best season so far is a 7.99, which was his last season at Monaco. So he's getting up there towards his best. Better goals than last season. More assists, more player of the matches. So PSG, did they win anything last season? With Son Goku as their captain now, as we just seen. Let me just show that off. Yep, there we go. He is the captain. So they won the league, 104 points. Wasn't even close between them and Monaco. Knocked out by Red Bull Leipzig in the Champions League. It was won by Bayern again. So they've won it 2 years in a row now, Bayern Munich. They didn't win the Trophée des Champions, they lost that to Monaco, but they did win the French Cup and runners-up in the Coupe de la Ligue. So only the League and the French Cup this season for PSG. But did Goku win any individual honours? So we'll scroll down. How far do we need to go here? So I think we're around about here. So he was named as Spain's vice-captain. So Goku is now the Spanish vice-captain. They didn't win the Trophée des Champions. He was named PSG captain, so it's only this season he's been made the captain. He was shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year. He didn't win it. Mbappe won it. He wasn't even in the top 3. He raked in the awards last year, but this year he wasn't even in the top 3. But Vegeta was 3rd in Footballer of the Year. So if we carry on where we left off, let's have a look. So not much there. The runners-up in the Coupe de la Ligue. They won the league, so there's back-to-back league wins for Goku. Won the French Cup. Golden Boot 3rd place, 4 of the season runner-up, and named in the best 11. So no individual honours for Goku this season, but he did win the league, and he did win the French Cup for PSG, and he was named captain as well, and vice-captain of the national team. So overall, pretty impressive season, I would say, for Son Goku. Putting in the performances. Now then, Prince Vegeta. How did you get on, my friend? 55 games, 37 goals, 8 assists, 18 player of the matches. So, obviously, one of Man United's best players. 75 caps, 77 goals. He is better than 1-in-1. And as you can see, a 7.92, which equals his best season for Manchester United as Vegeta. He's scored the most goals as well, 28 goals in the league, with 14 player of the matches. But did that mean any competition wins for Man United? So they were a point off the league again, and look how close the Premier League is. 1 point separating the top 4 teams. Any one of those could have won it. So they were done by goal difference last year, and they were a point off this year. Very unlucky for Man United and Prince Vegeta. Knocked out by Bayern in the semi-finals, which they won. So we could have almost had a PSG Man United final, which would have been very interesting for the experiment. They didn't win the FA Cup. They got knocked out by Spurs, who won it. They did win the Carabao Cup for a second year in a row, and they also won the Community Shield as well. So, not many trophies for Vegeta, but did he win any individual awards? That's the question. So we'll start from around about here. So he was best placed at Worlds from last season. So he's a Spain captain. So Vegeta's the captain and Goku's the vice captain. So both players are being recognised at national level. He was the Golden Boot runner-up in the European Football Championships, named in the Dream Team, but Spain didn't win the Euros. So are Spain going to win a World Cup or Euros in this experiment? So they did win the Community Shield. We've seen that in the competition screen. Shortlisted for Footballer of the Year, which he came third place in. So we see there. He was Golden Ball runner-up, which Goku won last year. So he still hasn't won Footballer of the Year or Golden Ball. Named in the best 11s. They won the Carabao Cup. He's once again the top goal scorer for the Premier League. He was the Supporters Player of the Year for Man United. Player in Europe, runner-up. So no individual honours for Prince Vegeta, but they did win a few trophies. So we'll do the comparison between the two. And if we start with the overview there, so as we can see, very similar looking chart from the bottom there. So Goku's just behind Vegeta in the physicals, but the speed, the vision, attacking and the technicals all there. But I think that development at an early age for Vegeta has given him the edge in the aerial, mental and defending stats. But we look at the individual attributes and it's a lot more blue than green, as it has always been since the experiment started. But looking at them, I mean, there's not much between the players. I know you can see there's a little bit here and there, but there's not much between them. I think Vegeta is still the better player though. But overall for the season, Vegeta scored more goals by 0.02 per 90 minutes. Goku had the more assists, the more key passes, but Vegeta had the better pass completion, the better shots on target, but Goku had the better tackles, and Goku had the better average rating as well. So for Season 3, I think I'm going to give it to Goku again. He won the league, he won the cup. Was he top goal scorer in the League 1? Oh, he was runner-up to Pietro Pellegrini. So he wasn't top goal scorer, but he did have the best average rating of the league and the most player of the matches as well. So I think I'm going to give it to Goku for Season 3. And I think all we need to do now is do our wrap-up of the last 3 seasons and see what their trophy cabinets and their stats are looking like. So I'll see you for the wrap-up. So here is the wrap-up for the careers of Goku and Vegeta so far. And comparing the two, Goku's definitely caught up. He's now got himself a full trophy cabinet. As we can see, we've got 2 French Ligue 1s, Euro International League, which was in the last time, but World Player of the Year, World Footballer of the Year, World Golden Ball, 1 Golden Shoe, 2 French Cups, and there's so much more, as you can see on the screen there. The 3 miscellaneous awards that have been dropped off the trophy cabinet are the English League 1 top goal scorer, Vanarama South Player of the Season, and the Vanarama South top goal scorer. So I think Goku has definitely been taking advantage of not only joining PSG, but of being part of a really good team and getting the trophies in. Vegeta's slowed down on the trophies. He hasn't won that many extra trophies. I mean, he's had English top goal scorer every year since then, but really that's kind of about it, really. He's won an extra 2 League Cups and about 3 more English top goal scorers, but nothing really else to note as far as Vegeta's trophy cabinet, although he has been absolutely smashing the international appearances. 75 appearances, 77 goals. And in comparison to Goku, I think Vegeta is keeping Goku out of the team. As much as they can now both play like winger and attack in midfield, whoever the Spanish manager doesn't think they're playing both together up front. So because Vegeta is technically the better player, he's keeping Goku out of the team. So for the last 3 years, I'm going to give it to Goku. He's stepped up his game, he's brought the gap a little bit more closer together now, and in the prime years, arguably Goku's won more over the past 3 years in their prime. But this is going to be it for this episode, so next year, we're going to be going through the next 3 seasons. It's going to be season 13, 14 and 15. So by the end of season 15, they're going to be 30 years old or close to, well, they will be 30 years old. So are we going to see a wind down of the career now? We're not going to be as bad as when they're in their, mid-30s. But, they've passed their peak. They've hit their peak now, these two players. So they're going to be slowly getting a lot worse over the next 3 years. But they are going to be very close to their prime as well. So I think the main questions are going to be, is Goku going to stay in PSG? I mean, they're paying him all the money. He's winning the French League. I think the Champions League is missing from Son Goku's trophy cabinet, which would be very nice. As far as Vegeta goes, Man United are on a bit of a decline. They're not winning as much as they should be. They've narrowly missed out on the league over the last couple of seasons. So is he going to be the one to pick them back up? Or is there one big money move left in him before he retires? Please leave a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2018 content. We upload the experiment every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 PM. I'm now on Twitter at SuperSwanYT. Drop me a tweet who you think is going to be the better player in the next 3 years. And I will see you for the next episode of the Youth Development Experiment. Thank you very much for watching.